Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. So I have been tagged by the lovely Ellie at Bibbidi Bobbidi Books to take part in her original tag, Love in Books. I know we're a little bit past Valentine's Day, but it is still the month of love and all things romantic and beautiful and self-love, so I thought let's still go ahead and give this a go. So she has a series of 8 questions regarding books and love in various different formats, and I'm going to take part here today. So the first prompt is friendship love. Name a book that includes a loving friendship. I don't have any of these books to hand, so I am going to just insert some pictures, but one that I do want to read, I've watched the movie multiple times, and I'm in the middle of this movie that I keep meaning to go back and finish it off, but because I'm dreading how it ends, because I know how it ends, I've put it off. But it's a fantastic movie. I'm sure the book's going to be amazing. It's on the banned books list, and it is Bridge to Terabithia by Catherine Patterson, and this focuses on the friendship between Jess and Leslie as they create an imaginary world together and support each other through tough times. Leslie moves to Jess's school, and she's immediately bullied and picked on for being different and quirky and having this confidence and being pretty cool, to be honest. She's pretty awesome, and her and Jess end up forming this unlikely friendship, some might say, because Jess is very on his own, isolated. He doesn't really want to engage with anyone. Is also being bullied as well, but they just have this beautiful friendship that blossoms, and it's just so wholesome and such an emotional film, at least. So that is a friendship I would definitely love to explore in its original book format. The next prompt is sibling love. Name a book that features a strong sibling relationship. Another one that I haven't read yet. This is a classic. I know a lot of people have really enjoyed it. It's recently had an adaptation, another adaptation, shall we say, and this is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, and it's following the lives of the March sisters. We have Meg, Jo, Beth and Amy as they navigate the challenges of growing up during the Civil War era. I have been wanting to check out the newer release. It's got some actresses in that I am very keen to see how they portray this story. I've enjoyed in other films and TV shows, so I do keep meaning to watch that, but I think in the back of my head, as usual, I kind of want to get to the book first. So eventually I will pick up the book and get through that, and I'll look forward to seeing that sibling core relationship there. The third prompt is parental or guardian love. Name a book that has a character who identifies as a parent or guardian. Oh, and this one is the one that I have actually read. This is The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. This explores the moral dilemmas faced by a couple when they find a baby washed ashore in a boat, and the impact of the decisions that they made, as well as the impact on the child's biological family. It is such an emotional story. It's, oh my god, they've gone through a lot. The couple that find this baby go through a lot beforehand that maybe sway either way why they decide to keep hold of this child. But I can't even imagine being in a position like that. Obviously you want to care for this child, and like there's no one around to look after it but you. They're in a lighthouse, so it's very isolated, it's very bleak, but at the same time, knowing in the back of your mind there's a family out there, it's just, oh, it's heartbreaking. This also has a movie adaptation, and that was phenomenal too. So both the movie and the book I thoroughly enjoyed. I believe I did a review comparing both of those, so if I have, I will link that in the cards for you. It is a fantastic portrayal of parental guardian love, and oh my god, it's got so much depth to it. Definitely historical fiction, and yeah, it's a deep character study, I would say. Or pet love. Name a book that features a loyal pet or animal companion. Oh, I'm trying to think. I know quite a few of my books have animal companions. There is one that definitely comes to mind, and that is Pax, from the book Pax by Sarah Pennybaker. I can't remember the surname, but oh my god, that's fantastic. It's set during the World War, about a young boy that enjoys exploring his local woods, local forest, and he stumbles on this little fox and they become fast friends, and it's It's sad because eventually they need to break apart because the fox has his own life. He's a wild animal. Just so emotional. It was fantastic. Such a great book. It was like one of the first books I read through NetGalley years and years ago, but I keep meaning to pick up a physical copy. It's so beautiful. And I believe there's a sequel out now, and I think it's Pax's little baby. It's about that. So yeah, it's an emotional read. It's so beautiful as well, this relationship between this wild animal and this young boy, and it's just, again, so wholesome and beautiful, and oh, I loved it. It was great. Okay, prompt 5 is romantic love. Name a book that contains a swoon-worthy romantic plotline. I would probably say Beach Read by Emily Henry. In this story, we follow January, who is a romance writer, and we follow Augustus, who is a literary thriller writer. They are kind of enemies. They've had run-ins before. They're not like on the best terms. However, they both find themselves at a retreat to get some writing done. They're both in a bit of writer's block, and they decide, okay, let's team up and swap each other's genres and try and help each other create their next big hit. And of course there's romance in there on excursions that Augustus would need for his book. So Augustus takes January to this lady that had been in a cult to talk about that, because his upcoming thriller is focused on that. And then in the flip side, January takes him out on like dates. Of course, during all that, they end up falling for each other, and yeah, it's just so much fun. I really enjoyed this. I believe that was my first Emily Henry book. I've only read 2 so far. I read that one first, then You and Me on Vacation. Both I really enjoyed. So yeah, definitely like that was super swoon worthy. Number 6 is erotic love. Name a book that doesn't fade to black when things get spicy. And I like that Ellie has split the 2 reads. She mentions a little bit more about why she does that in her video, so if you haven't seen that already, definitely give that a watch. For this, honestly, I would say any Sarah J Maas book. I've read all of them. Definitely anything in the ACOTAR series. I've read the first 2 books for them, so like definitely A Court of Mist and Fury, for example. That was super spicy and it didn't fade to black. I've heard that the latest drop in the House of Earth and Blood series has some really spicy scenes, but I haven't started that trilogy yet. I don't even know if it is a trilogy. I haven't started that series yet. 7 is self-love. Name a book that includes the theme of self-love, appreciating your own worth, finding yourself, self-acceptance, personal growth, etc. There is one that I have read before, and I cannot think what the author's name is. I do think I remember actually. It's called Thrive by Cheyenne. Can't remember the surname, and that is all about exactly what this prompt says. So it's all about self-love, well-being, mental health, and it's really insightful. Really enjoyed that one. I read that a good few years ago, but I keep meaning again to get back to it and kind of rehash some of the teachings that's inside there. And then the last prompt is just to share the love, tag some favourite booktubers. So I will tag people down in the description if you would like to take part in this tag. Thank you so much again to Ellie over at Bibbidi Bobbidi Books for tagging me in this. And thank you so much for watching. I shall catch you guys in another video soon. Bye.